GMG review. Today we're taking a look at Age of Fantasy Skirmish King's Wrath, a two-player starter set for the Age of Fantasy Skirmish from One Page Rules. This was kindly sent as a complimentary review copy, and I gotta say, if I'd thought 10 years ago that OPR was going to have a retail packaged two-player starter set, I would not have taken that bet. But here we are, 10 highly detailed resin miniatures, and what a story. All of this is peppered with QR codes leading to the OPR download sections. If you're not familiar with One Page Rules, they have forever now, for over a decade, been a free-to-play, quick play, sort of like example rule set of rules light. It takes mass combat games like Warhammer Fantasy, Warhammer 40K, and encourages you to use model collections for those pop culture games with a much stripped down rule set. And since the proliferation of 3D printing, they've really leaned into and partnered with tons of cool sculptors to make alternate miniatures, and that community has kind of blended into the One Page Rules that we know of today. And this is a big step for them. Retail packaging. It's a nice, very cool 8x6 box. It has decent retail packaging in them, so much as they actually did book shelving, which is really smart, so that you can put this on your shelf. And it comes with 10 miniatures, 5 per side for the skirmish version of One Page Rules Fantasy. I did kind of mangle the box getting it open though. It was very well tightly packed. So you're going to get some Undying Kingdoms, which is the like sort of analog to like the Tomb Kings, and then some lizard folk with some small lizards and big lizard fighters. And they are fantastic sculpts that can be used in a variety of games. They're printed in 2 colors of resin and are accompanied by a pan. Now it is called One Page Rules for a reason. The rules for OPR boil down to typically a single page, and their skirmish version is very much that. So this One Page rule book has a Saurian veteran, a Gecko champion, and 3 geckos, a Mummy King, a Herald, and 3 skeleton warriors. And this is the basis for this fantasy skirmish. Now, I actually played through this with Mike using a variety of my different Warhammer Underworlds miniatures. And you can see here the core rule sets around quality and defense. Quality is what you roll to try and do something on a D6, and defense is what you try and roll to stop having yourself injured. This guy's got Hero, Predator, and Tough 3 is special rules. Tough 3 is how many times you can take damage before you die. And he's got a heavy club. It's 3 attacks rolling on his quality of 3+ with an AP of 1, meaning it reduces defense by 1. Versus him to the Mummy, he's got a quality of 3+ and a defense of 4, but he's got Fearless, Hero, and Tough 3, which means he never runs away. And his dual swords have 4 attacks with AP 1. So he's a little more attacky, but a little less defensy. The Champion has Hero, Predator, and Tough 3. A Toxin Club with 3 attacks and poison, and the Herald has a quality of 4+ and defense of 4+ with Fearless, Hero, Tough 3. He has a great weapon, has 3 attacks and AP at 2. The Geckos can shoot blowpipes 9 inches with poison and use a Toxin Knife with a single melee attack. And the Fearless Skeleton Warriors, who are also quality and defense 5, have a single sword melee attack. So a nice selection of fairly balanced forces. And here's our simple rules. Now, again, there is a website. Full rules and armies are available for free at onepagerules.com. And this is just everything you need to play out of the box. So, yeah, the core rules: activation, movement, shooting. It's a model-by-model game in OPR Fantasy, this Age of Fantasy Skirmish, sorry. But the idea here is that you're going to get to put down and play a game with 5 to 6 pieces of terrain, a 2x2 table, and place 3 objective markers. Players roll off to see who goes first, and then alternate in placing 1 marker over 6 inches away from table edges and objectives. So you're going to play for that. So it has a quick set them up and play right out of the box mission structure. You get textured bases, so all 10 here from Titan Forge, who I guess did the printing. And here are our miniatures. They're all printed in one piece because these are 3D prints in resin. And that means that out of the box, you just get to put them together and start playing. Now there's a little bit of gluing on, obviously, to put them on the bases and stuff like that, but the feet are pegged. So you can see here with lovely quality. Here's our Saurian Champion. And as these are printed on a very high quality printer, man, they are immaculate. There's like really no cleaning to be done here on the Gecko. I actually would probably just prime these and go. I wouldn't even wash them. They're pretty much ready. They've been nicely washed. They have that dullness of miniatures that have been washed well. And here's our little blowpipe Gecko and our Herald for the Saurians. And then on the other side, here's our different colors for the the Tomb King sort of like analog Undying Legion. So it's nice that they give them you in 2 different colors, because this way you can tell the armies apart without painting them, and you can just kind of rip and go. And that means it passes the Christmas morning test, right? How quickly can you get this thing on the table? You're gonna get a little pamphlet, right? Just where you wanna go. So talking about Grimdark Future, which is the sci-fi version. And then you also get MDF tokens for your damage, turn counters, activation markers, and they are colored, pre-printed, and in MDF. And man, like that's a great little, like the sort of starter sampling size of Skirmish. Now, obviously there's a ton more you can do. You can use any miniatures you want for this game, but the idea here, I think, is that this gets it into retail stores. This gets it into a physical space and takes the 3D printer out of the equation. And so now, of course, this is manufactured in Poland, and what you have here is the sort of like step into the real world that's allowing OPR to be in a retail space and not just something that's kind of walled off behind 3D printers. So I'm pretty excited about it. This is really cool to check out. I will probably throw these down and just do a little like how to play. Although if you do want to watch the battle reports that Mike and I did, there is a triumvirate of little campaign games that we did playing Age of Fantasy Skirmish. You can go and watch those right now. So there it is, Age of Fantasy Skirmish King's Wrath, the 2-player starter set, which you can check out today. And yeah, and of course, you can check out all of the OPR stuff on the OPR website and join their Patreon for different like collections of miniatures they put up each month, as well as print and play your own armies. So yeah, we'll see you for more GMG reviews. Big thanks for these guys sending this stuff along. If you guys for watching, fill out a mash.